Sodium, essential for life or a hidden danger. Sodium is everywhere. It's in your table salt, processed snacks, and even in foods like bread and dairy. It's essential for survival. Your body needs sodium to regulate hydration, send nerve signals, and keep muscles working. But too much can become a silent threat, increasing the risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and kidney problems. So, how much sodium do you really need? What happens if you have too much or too little? And how can you strike the right balance? Why is sodium important? Sodium is an electrolyte, meaning it helps control fluid balance, nerve function, and muscle contractions. Without it, your body wouldn't be able to maintain hydration or send signals between the brain and muscles. Key functions of sodium. Fluid balance regulates water levels inside and outside cells. Nerve signaling sends electrical signals throughout the body. Muscle function works with potassium for proper muscle contractions. Blood pressure regulation helps maintain stable blood pressure. The problem isn't sodium itself. It's that most people consume far more than necessary. How much sodium is too much? The body needs sodium, but modern diets often contain excessive amounts, mainly from processed and restaurant foods. Recommended daily sodium intake. General adults, less than 2,300 milligrams, about 1 teaspoon of salt. Ideal for heart health, less than 1,500 milligrams. Athletes/heavy sweaters, slightly more due to sodium loss and sweat. Most people consume too much via processed foods and restaurant meals. What happens if you eat too much sodium? Over time, excess sodium can put a strain on your body, particularly your heart and kidneys. Effects of too much sodium. High blood pressure. Sodium retains water, increasing blood volume and pressure. Swelling and bloating. Causes water retention and puffiness. Increased thirst. Your body craves more water to dilute excess sodium. Kidney strain. Excess sodium can lead to kidney disease. Higher risk of stroke and heart disease. Long-term sodium overload damages blood vessels. What happens if you don't get enough sodium? While too much sodium is a problem, too little can also be harmful, especially for athletes or people on extremely low sodium diets. Signs of low sodium hyponatremia, dizziness, and confusion. The brain needs proper sodium levels to function. Muscle cramps and weakness. Sodium is crucial for muscle contractions. Fatigue and low energy. Imbalances affect energy production. Headaches and nausea caused by fluid imbalances. Hyponatremia is rare, but can occur in extreme conditions, such as excessive sweating or drinking too much water without replenishing electrolytes. Where is sodium hiding in your diet? Most sodium doesn't come from table salt. It's hidden in processed and restaurant foods. Common high-sodium foods. Fast food and takeout. Burgers, fries, pizza, sandwiches. Processed meats, bacon, sausage, ham, deli meats. Canned soups and sauces. Even healthy soups can be loaded with sodium. Packaged snacks, chips, crackers, popcorn, pretzels. Cheese and dairy products. Some cheeses contain high sodium levels. Bread and baked goods. Even bread has hidden sodium. Over 70% of dietary sodium comes from packaged and restaurant foods, not home-cooked meals. How to reduce sodium without losing flavor. Lowering sodium doesn't mean food has to be bland. Here are ways to keep meals flavorful while reducing sodium. Cook more at home. Control how much salt goes into meals. Use herbs and spices. Garlic, lemon, vinegar, and fresh herbs add flavor. Check food labels. Look for low sodium or no added salt options. Rinse canned foods. Washing beans and veggies can reduce sodium content. Choose fresh over processed. Fresh meats, veggies, and grains naturally have less sodium. Be mindful at restaurants. Ask for sauces on the side and skip salty add-ons. Small changes can dramatically cut sodium intake without sacrificing taste. Sodium and potassium, the balancing act. One of the biggest issues with modern diets isn't just high sodium. It's the imbalance between sodium and potassium. Potassium counteracts sodium's effects, keeping blood pressure in check and reducing heart disease risk. Best sources of potassium: bananas, avocados, leafy greens, spinach, kale, sweet potatoes, oranges, beans, and lentils. Eating more potassium-rich foods while lowering sodium intake is one of the best ways to support heart health. Final takeaway: sodium is necessary, but balance is key. Sodium isn't the enemy. It's an essential nutrient your body needs to function properly. The real problem is modern diets overload us with sodium while lacking potassium, creating a major health risk. The key to a healthy sodium intake is awareness and balance. Reducing processed foods, cooking at home, and increasing potassium-rich foods can make a huge difference.